What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. It's hot as fish grease right about now. Um, but I guess that's sign that the summertime is coming. Summer is really not my favorite time of year. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's the heat. It just be too damn hot. It's like I can't deal with it. Like spring and fall, I rocks with it. Um, so anyway, getting into this episode of GH, I enjoyed this episode. Um, it was good to see Aunt Stella as usual. Stella came in like a firecracker as normal, demanding to know what the hell was going on with Curtis. Right now he was still in critical condition and whatnot, and they were hoping for the best. I agree with Stella. I feel like Jordan shouldn't blame herself for Curtis getting shot because Curtis does what Curtis wants to do. You know what I'm saying? He's that type, like, he likes to save people, rescue people, do what he can for people, especially people he care about. You know what I mean? So I don't think anything she said was going to keep him from trying to save Laura or trying to, do something. And besides, Curtis has been sick of Cyrus ever since Cyrus came to town. So it was his pleasure to try to go in there and shut him down. You know what I mean? Um, it was nice, though, seeing, Trina finally realized that she was hating Curtis this whole time for no reason. And she felt bad about the way that she treated him all this time, and she wanted him to wake up so she could apologize to him and stuff. I thought that was a nice scene. I like that they're turning a corner because I have a feeling like we need that DNA test like ASAP because I feel like we're being set up for that with the way Trina's acting right now, and the fact that they never really did a DNA, and the fact that Curtis was with Portia around the time that she got pregnant, I'm just saying, like, it's a strong possibility. Um, so he didn't wake up for Trina. She wanted him to. Laura went to go visit him. I freaking love Laura and Curtis's BFF relationship. I love it. I love their friendship. And she even admitted that Curtis's friendship has been the highlight of her life. She really enjoys being, good friends with him. She really enjoys it. And you can see how much she genuinely cares for Curtis, and Curtis definitely genuinely cares about her too. And I love their friendship, their whole dynamic. Whenever Curtis need advice and stuff, Laura's always there to give it. I love it. I really do. I really love that. Um, Aunt Stella went to go visit him and stuff, urging him to wake up and, live his life and enjoy his new life, as a club owner and stuff like that. I feel like Jordan and Stella's relationship definitely came a long way because we all know when Stella came to town, she could not stand Jordan because of the past. And, she even apologized to Jordan about the divorce and stuff. She wished that they actually could have worked it out. And then Jordan went to go see Curtis and stuff, and Jordan admitted that she still cared about Curtis. She still loved Curtis. I don't doubt it because at the end of the day, Curtis was the one who really wanted this divorce. Jordan didn't. Jordan tried to work it out. She even said, "Hey, let's go to couples counseling." But Curtis didn't want to do it. I guess, like I think his feelings for Portia played a big part in his getting a divorce. I definitely feel like it had because him and Jordan were pretty much good, and then once Portia came to town, it went like this. And I'm not blaming Portia for this because I feel like a lot of it had to do with Jordan's career. Even though Curtis knew who he was marrying, you know what I mean? Like he knew that she was the police commissioner, and in her line of work, she can't give you information. It's classified information. Um, I felt like they could have found some compromise to that, but he should have known that because he used to be in law enforcement himself, so he should have known that. But Portia came up in there or whatnot, and rubbing on his face and touching on his face and stuff, and Curtis woke up. I was like, so that's all it took was for Portia to come in there for that man to wake up. Everybody else, he would not wake up for, but Portia, he woke up for. I can't wait to see this dynamic because I can't wait to see what's gonna happen when Jordan finds out about this. That there's more to Portia and Curtis than what she thought it was. Um, I think stuff is gonna hit the fan. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. So anyway, moving on from that, of course, Dante wants to talk to Maxie about what happened with Chloe and her taking the baby and all that. I'm happy that Dante's back in the force, but sometimes when he's in cop mode, he annoys me because I just feel like when he's in cop mode, he does too much. So Sam, of course, came in there and backed him up or whatever. She was getting all defensive for Maxie or whatnot, telling Dante basically to back up and leave her alone for a second. But Dante was like, "Shit, I'm doing my job," and I can't fault him for doing his job because he is. And he felt like it's been 24 hours, less than 24 hours. She should have calmed down by now, so that's the best time to kind of talk to her when she's more stable. But he really didn't want to. He didn't want to push Maxie, like he didn't want her to relive all of that. But in order for him to find Chloe, he had to get some answers. Um, I don't blame Maxie for lying. I think had Elizabeth and Finn told her what really happened to Peter, yeah, it would have made her an accessory, but at the same time, at least she would have known the truth and she wouldn't have to hide her daughter out anymore because she knows that Peter's gone, allegedly, because I don't think he really is, but because we still don't know what Elizabeth and Finn did with the body. We still don't have a body. We don't know what happened. Um, so Sam basically was like, "Oh, let me talk to her myself or whatever." Sam, let that man do his job. Let him get down his notes, jot down everything. Um, but I get, she trying to be a good friend to Maxie and protect Maxie and stuff. And I think when the truth comes out of about all of this, I think a lot of people are gonna be pissed off because Maxie sending everybody on a wild goose chase looking for somebody who don't even have a baby. I'm like, it's gonna be a hot mess. So anyway, moving on from that, it was good seeing Ned. I mean, not Ned. Valentine and Olivia bonding over the baby. And God knows Olivia can't stand Valentine, but it was good that they were getting along. Even Brooklyn was shocked that they were getting along. Um, Brooklyn basically wanted Valentine to sign over those ELQ shares to her and stuff like that, and Ned was happy to see the baby and stuff. I was surprised that Ned decided to finally change his mind and was like, "Nah, we're not gonna do this." Like Ned was like, he don't give a damn about ELQ. And even that looked like it moved Olivia. Like Olivia looked like she was finally happy that Ned is finally putting family above business. My thing about it is, I hope that he's sincere about that because for me, we all know how major ELQ is, not just to the Quartermains, but to the show in general. Because ELQ's been around forever. You know what I mean? It's played a central, it's played a central role pretty much on the show for a lot of drama between the Quartermains and stuff like that and various members of the show. So it holds a special place, I think, in a lot of people's heart. But it's not like ELQ is gone. You know what I mean? It's still there. It's just not being run by a Quartermain. Ironically, by a Cassadine, which is even more bizarre. But I feel like ELQ was Edward's dream. It was his vision. You know what I mean? He's gone now. Sadly, he's been gone for 9 years now. Almost 10 years he's been gone. And everybody else in the family has their own dreams, their own vision. You know what I mean? So it's like y'all don't have to keep his vision alive. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna still be there. It's gonna still be alive. It's not like ELQ's dead. It just doesn't have a Quartermain running it, and there's nothing wrong with that. Um, as long as it's still around, that's all that matters to me. So I'm glad Ned decided like, okay, we're not gonna worry about ELQ and whatnot. And so all he cared about was getting Valentine the hell out the mansion. That's more important to him than getting ELQ back. And Brooklyn basically was like, yeah, he need to move out. But Valentine doesn't feel the need to move out right now. He at least wants to be close to the baby. Let me tell you something. When this truth comes out, this nice Valentine that we're seeing right now, he ain't gonna be so damn nice. I'm gonna tell you that right off the bat. Valentine is going to wreak havoc on Brooklyn and probably the rest of the Quartermain family just because. Like, we all know how lethal Valentine can be when he gets mad. Like, he can be a son of a bitch. And I have a feeling he's gonna be one when the truth comes out. And honestly, I couldn't blame him. I couldn't blame him. He really cares for this child, and he's eager to get his name on the birth certificate. So when the truth comes out, all hell gonna break loose in that family. The Quartermains and the Cassadines are gonna be at war. I have a feeling. I could be wrong, but Valentine's not one to forgive and forget. Like, we all know he got that streak, and he is Helena's child. So, you know, all hell just gonna break loose around here. Like, we could pretty much figure that one out. But I hope that Ned's grand gesture at just giving up ELQ or whatever, I hope that that can fix things between him and Olivia, because I actually do like them as a couple. I do. Her and Robert would have been pretty cool together, but I like her and Ned though, and he wants to basically be grandparents with her. Ned's gonna be pissed when he find out he ain't no granddaddy. Um, that's gonna be another thing Brooklyn's gonna have to deal with, the fallout from her father. So anyway, moving on from that, we get to this damn TNO where Lenny and Mike, Sonny, Phyllis, and Nina are all talking about the kiss between the two of them and whatnot. And Nina pretty much don't want to move forward with that because she was like, oh, he what about, his other life or whatever that he don't know nothing about, and yada yada yada. I'm like, Nina, clearly you don't care about his other life, because otherwise, if you really gave a damn about it, you would have called Carly. Even though she did talk to Carly before and Carly ran her mouth, you still could have called Michael at the very least. You could have called Michael, you could have called Christina, Jason, anybody back home, and let them know, hey, Sonny's alive. You could have did that. You know what I mean? And all of them would have pretty much been grateful to you. Hell, that would have went a long way with Michael. Michael would have probably gave her free reign with Wiley. Total access for something like that. And that's what's pissing me off about Jax. He's all up in everybody's Kool-Aid and don't know the flavor. Like, he's sitting here all up in Michael business because he was the one creeping around outside the daggone guest house, the gatehouse or whatever, watching Michael and Willow making out on the couch and stuff. And he's sitting there telling Carly, oh, Michael's been ignoring me, yada yada yada. I want to talk about Nina's place in Wiley's life. If Nina cared about her place in Wiley's life, she would have her ass in Port Charles right now. If she really cared. At the end of the day, she's always so worried about what Carly thinking, what Carly got to say. Carly is not the parent. Wiley's not her son. She has no say-so in that boy's life. Wiley has just as much relation, or however you want to call it, with Wiley. She's on the same playing field as Nina. They're both grandparents. They're on equal footing with that. Neither one have a say about Wiley. Michael and Willow are the ones with the say. So that's who you need to appeal to. That's who you need to talk to. And she could have easily kept seeing Wiley if she wasn't acting up. You the one sitting there acting up with that child, telling him, oh, Willow's not your biological mother. You ain't had to tell that boy that. He's too young for that information. Like, he's too young to process all these different people in his life and what they are to him. Like, he's too young for that. She should have known better as an adult. But you could have made strides with Michael and Willow had you stayed your ass in Port Charles. You could have made bigger strides with them had you told them Sonny's really alive, fool. So now when she comes her ass back to Port Charles and the truth comes out, she'll be lucky if she even get to say hello to the boy over the phone. Once Michael and everybody else get through with her. So Jax can miss me with all that. And we all know why Jax is advocating for her so much, because he wants to get back in her good graces. That's what this is all about. This is all mainly about him. It ain't got nothing to do with Wiley for him. This is about him and Nina and him trying to get her back. That's what this is about. So he not fooling nobody. And then on top of that, he's sitting there all up in Carly business talking about, oh, so now that Jason's free, I hope that you plan on handing him back the business or whatever. And I am so glad Carly told him that that's none of his business. I said, thank you, Carly, because it's really not. It's really not. It's not none of his business. Unless it's affecting their daughter or she's in mortal danger, be quiet, Jax. Like, go find you some business. You got a whole company to run, a teenage daughter. Don't you have enough on your plate? Like, why are you worried about what Carly up in here doing? Focus on you instead of being all up in everybody's business. Because Carly was trying to explain to him that Michael's not ignoring him. It's just a simple fact that he's been busy, like with the whole Chase situation going on and stuff like that. He's had other things going on. So when Willow went to the hospital or whatever to go check on Chase, because she found out Chase been asking for her, Jax pops up or whatever to talk to Michael, talking about, oh, I know what's going on between you and Willow. So what now, Jax? You're gonna try to blackmail this kid who was once your stepson, like who's basically your business partner at this moment? You're really gonna blackmail him and what? Oh, I'll tell Chase and whoever about you and Willow if you don't allow Nina access. Like you're really gonna go there, Jax? You're really gonna stoop that low? Like this kid at one point was your stepson, and you really gonna act like that? Cause we all know that's where he going with it. He gonna try to back Michael into a corner. Jax is so corny now. Like Jax, go sit your old butt down. Go sit down. He's so whack for that. Cause if I was Michael, you know me, if I was Michael, I'd tell Jax to go kiss my ass. One thing I can't stand is when people succumb to blackmail. I cannot stand it. I was like, you know what? I'll snitch on myself before I let somebody have power over me. It ain't going down like that, player. It is not going down like that. I will tell on my own damn self. I will take the leverage right out your hands. You really want to play that game? And we all know when Michael gets angry, if he's angry enough, we know what Michael's capable of is if he's angry enough. I need Michael to tap into his quarter main side and get buck on Jax one good time. I need him to do that. Like, do not let this man push your ass around. Michael, you better not. You better stand up to him. But anyway, I enjoyed this episode. This was good. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about it. And I'll see y'all all later. Have a great day. Peace.